Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our final game of the night. We've got HGT versus CIS game number 2. HGT looking good in game 1, Gregor.
Yeah, HGT really just outdrafted, out-executed, and made CIS look not great.
Yeah, they
Not
gave
great.
him the,
Shagbark did not approve.
They gave him the thumbs down, and it was a disaster for CIS. Black pretty visibly tilted after that last game, and even just looking at him on the old camera, he didn't look so happy. That's an unhappy Black if I've ever seen one. Saw one. I don't know which is appropriate there, but
I don't know, man.
yeah,
Grammar's hard.
poor Black. And this is something that CIS have struggled with a little bit. They are a team that is subject to tilt, and we have seen in the past where if they get wrecked in the first game in BO2s, I don't know statistically, but anecdotally, I would say if they lose the first game, they tend not to do so well in the second. But
Well, we'll see how it works out for them this time. They start out with AA Tree, and that is certainly a little bit less greedy than where they were at last time around. On the other side, Sand King Marana, pretty standard stuff for HGT. So things seem to be okay there.
Yeah, Ancient Apparition Tree for CIS and Sand King Marana for HGT. So already I see some problems for CIS. Two good supports, but they've already kind of pigeonholed their strategy a little bit.
Yeah, I think they can still go aggro or defensive.
Possibly. Yeah, the bigger problem is the lack of crowd controls, and that's what I worry about here. I feel like their next 3 picks, regardless of who they are, they have to have some sort of hard stun, some kind of setup. AA Tree are 2 very potent heroes, but together they just don't really, I don't know. They're just not my favorite, It's not like an AA Rubik or something like that where the 2 really synergize, or an AA Rasta. I really like the Ancient Apparition mixed with another support that has some hard disables. And yeah, Overgrowth counts, but it's an ultimate. It's not the same as your Wraithfire Blast, your Magic Missiles, that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah, so we'll see. HGT just have a slightly more open-ended draft. With that second pick, Marana, she could be the support, she could be the carry. CIS, you know exactly what these 2 heroes are doing. And also HGT get the Sand King. That's a very highly sought-after hero, especially in the East, but also in the West right now. And I'm sure HGT will use him to much avail.
Yeah, they've picked up the Doom here in their 3rd pick after banning out the Wraith King, as well as the OD. Interesting to see the Wraith King banned. It's really crazy how this hero has become, decent. He used to just be dumpster tier.
Wraith King?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. People just realized he was good.
I don't know, man.
I mean, that was pretty much the way
He got changed in the new skin. People thought he was ugly before.
Yeah, that was it. He was a skeleton. Now he's an ancient, decrepit king, and they said, you know what? That guy really speaks to
that's
me.
What we need on our team.
That's what I needed. We need an old guy with a broken jaw and a lazy eye. I don't know. That's not what I look for in a king, in a knight.
I'm having technical issues over here.
I still call him. Oh yeah, Craig's got a large melon on
the
top
huge
his shoulders.
Head and it just really,
and the headsets
just don't really accommodate.
They don't. They weren't made for someone with
All right, we're
such
good.
a.
I think we're good now.
Okay, glad to hear it.
Sorry if you guys had any unpleasant noise there, but life's hard.
Well, CIS.
I don't feel that bad.
They'll think about their 3rd pick quite a bit here. They're going to burn a good bit of their bonus time, and HGT just have their bases covered. This time, they'll grab the Doom. They may offlane him, they may jungle him, they may put him mid. This is just a hard draft to read for HGT. They have so many options, and from this point forward, they can be a little more reactionary towards the CIS picks.
Yeah, and well, we'll see how they move forward here, but we're really still unsure what direction CIS want to take this game. They've been the Weaver. I don't really know.
Weaver?
I guess maybe that's in a reaction to the Doom pick, because then they can't pick Doom themselves. Kind of an annoying here to deal with the supports they have, which have 0 lockdown. So I think that's probably a fine ban. And they pick up the Naga.
So probably a mid Naga. Definitely a farming Naga for sure. The question is mid or safe lane.
And I like mid Naga way better.
I do as well.
It kind of depends what they pick for what HGT pick for their mid, because Naga has some pretty bad matchups. The worst one's already banned out. OD is the worst matchup, I think. If they take away your mana, you really lean on Riptide to get CS. You need the armor reduction because your base damage is ass. And
I don't know. Like for the mid matchup, I feel like it's more about the supports and how much work they do, more so than the hero that's up against Naga. Most heroes can't really solo kill Naga so easily.
A lot of supports can't really do anything either, though.
Yeah. Well, pre-level 6 they can, sure. Like a Sand King Bane duo rotating in, you could kill a Naga with that for sure. But she's just so tanky though. She has so much base armor. Unless she makes some kind of a big misplay, you shouldn't really be able to kill her solo in lane too easily. But yeah, I mean, safe lane Naga is okay, but I feel like for CIS, if they do it here, it's just a lot of wasted potential with that Ancient Apparition, where 2 melee, your chilling touch is bleh, meh, eh.
Yeah, it's not nearly as good.
You know,
for sure.
it's okay, but that's where I think Ancient Apparition really should. But whoa, daddy, okay. It's interesting to see HGT pick up Bane as well, because Bane is just not popular in the East at all.
Yeah, that's true.
They
Rasta
really
is
don't run Bane.
not even touched right now.
Yeah, he's fallen off as well. I don't know what happened, but Rasta lost his pasta, and they decided, well, without the pasta, he's just not pick worthy. I don't know.
Yeah, and CIS followed this up
Ooh.
with an Earthshaker pick.
Oh, now this is interesting. How
I think this might be an offlane tree.
is that? Is that
It's not a good thing.
I mean, they are on
thing.
Radiant, so they can afford to be a little more liberal with their offlaners here, if they wanted
It's
to.
not great. I mean, the other option is that this is like a core shaker, which I would be so
shaker.
happy if this was a crit shaker.
A crit shaker.
I mean, it's awful. If they do it, they're gonna lose. But I would be really happy.
That we'd have to invent a new tier to describe where a carry shaker
That
is.
would be
it's
like
below dumpster tier.
I think that would be like a rotted out dumpster. You know, when the cockroaches fall out.
Yeah,
That
it's
would be
like,
that tier.
It's like you ever have a dog where it throws up and then it eats its puke?
Oh Jesus!
Kind of like that. I don't know what that's called, but that level. It's that bad. I mean, it's clowny. You can see some
really
big
not,
numbers.
Oh my God!
Every so often when you have an enchant totem,
Oh
but
Jesus! It's not very
rough.
good. I mean,
well, so but I mean, Ancient Apparition and Treant, both of those are heroes that don't really, some supports are like, okay, like Farming Venge, for example. It can sort of be
Farming
okay,
Venge is
kind
fine.
of, but Tree, I don't really know about the farming tree. The offlane, you can stand there and soak up experience, so it's okay. Farming AA is not a thing, unless they're going to try something crazy, like Ancient Apparition mid, but...
that could be interesting.
I mean,
That's actually not the worst.
Last time I saw it, it was a disaster, but then you're stuck with a triple melee tri-lane, like
What
Naga,
the
Treant, Earthshaker, and that's even
Alright,
weirder,
so
but-
we've got a mid DK, a farming Naga.
And Storm was the last pick for HGT as well. So
Oh, yeah, I didn't wait for the stream to catch up. Regardless, well, this is going to be definitely going to be a mid DK.
Yeah.
Inflame's playing that, so it's going to be mid. C2I and Storm, no surprises there. What the hell are they going to do with this offlane?
So a 4 melee lineup. Black will be the one to play the Naga.
Yeah, this is definitely farming Naga.
This is
So
okay.
So the offlaner from last game picked the AA, but
yeah, well,
AA is trash against Bane Marana. You're just gonna get killed repeatedly.
you know what? I'm not even gonna try to guess.
I don't know.
We're just gonna wait.
Maybe they'll just sack the offlane. I have no idea.
Yeah, but they don't have anybody
Fuck
that
it,
can.
dude.
But nobody. That's just a. Coach Greg, fuck it, dude. Just sack it. Just fuck it.
We don't need it.
Just going in and.
I have no idea what they're gonna do about this.
I mean, they don't have a jungler though.
What is happening?
Like if they had like a Bat Rider, I could see them just sacking the offlane and going really greedy. But none of these heroes can be a dedicated jungler off the bat. Who's gonna do it?
Man, just looking at this, CIS's draft is a complete disaster. HGT just have very normal picks here, and I have to imagine that it's gonna work out for them.
Yeah, I would second that notion. CIS going for an invade here. It is a 5-man smoke through the dire jungle. I mean, they have a pretty good level 1 lineup. They will block the hard camp with a sentry here. Okay, they're assuming Doom will start off in the jungle.
They could just dual lane this, I guess.
30 seconds
That's
to
so
battle.
awkward,
It's
though.
still so
Dual
melee heavy.
laning against Bane Marana Sand King sounds awful.
I mean, yeah, you can't dual lane against this safe lane try. And you've got all these melee heroes. So even if you do dual lane, at least one of your dual lanes is going to be a total ass bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it looks like this...
Oh, God, and they're getting dewarded.
Go.
All right, it's time to GG out, CIS. You guys lost.
Good game. Game was good.
Game was good. Turn on the lights. Get out of here.
Come on, Roland. Get these lights on. We got places to be, people to see. Come on. Step it
man.
up. We're running a business here.
I honestly... All right, so it looks like this is going to be an off... Okay, so I was right. Off-lane tree,
He's just not going to get anything, though.
Yeah, offlane tree is maybe...
Again, is okay in some lineups, especially on Radiant. But with a Bane, Mirana, Sand King, much less okay.
Yeah. This will be difficult. I mean, maybe he can go like a Nature's Guise build and like just stay invisible and soak up experience. That's like a really old like Han strategy that people would do, where they would just pick tree and you couldn't find him in the early levels, so you would just hide there. But I mean, Inflame is almost he's about to die to CTY in the mid lane here. It was a pretty close call. One auto attack away from death. But
I've seen this a lot lately. People seem to just underestimate how decent Storm is at level 2. He does a lot of damage with Overload, and Inflame is just... This is unfortunate. He does have his bottle, though, so we'll just be able to bottle back up. And, okay, well, we'll see how this works out for CIS. Basically, this tree... This is not... Dude, this tree is already dead.
Yeah, Nightmare straight into Arrow. They'll have a Burrow Strike to follow up, and they'll just be able to right-click him down. Easy
Perfect.
First blood for HGT. Bane will be the one to grab the bonus gold. S taking some tower shots, but he'll be okay. No problemo. And yeah, HGT off to the races here. They have sacked the offlane, so XTT has moved into the jungle straight away, picked him up that Pack Leader's aura, get a little bit of critical strike. So that does mean Black is in free farm heaven on this Naga. And Demons as well as AO just forced a creep pull, retreating to the jungle, trying to find some farm, but both these heroes just struggle in the jungle so much. It'll be very inefficient compared to this Doom.
Yeah, this is just a really awkward draft for CIS.
I mean, Black is their only hope. He's the only one Obi-Wan Kenobi in this game. He's in free farm heaven.
Honestly, they could have just gone for like a safer offlaner, and I think this draft would be fine. But you just can't touch the lane. Like until it hits the tower like this, he's still level 1, just now level 2. As soon as Bane comes back, it's pretty easy for them to get another kill.
And he won't be going for any kind of cheeky Nature's Guise build, as I was suspecting. Just straight into the Leech Seed Living Armor. Demons did pick up a invisibility rune here at the 2-minute mark, and they are going to try to set something up on CTY. No Dragon Tail on old Dragon Knight there, so they won't be able to stagger the stuns, and this will not be an easy gank. They might still be able to do it, but no.
It looks like they're just going to back up.
Back out, yeah, he doesn't even want to go for it.
He can't. I don't think they can kill him without Dragon Tail. They would need like a really nice block.
Yeah.
He has pull. He's going for the old school 2 levels in pull build. I'm a little surprised his team doesn't really need the lockdown, so I think he could have gotten away with the max overload build. You do a lot more damage, and it's a little bit more dominant in lane, but sometimes these days, really, the only reason you usually go for it is if you think your team needs the lockdown.
Yeah, Fissure comes out, blocks out XTT a little bit, but at the end of the day, doesn't do a hell of a lot. Up top, Treant gets put to sleep. Arrow will connect, and this will be another kill for HGT. June way out of position. Burrow Strike to stagger the stun. Still no point in Nature's Guise, and he will fall. That'll make it 2-0 as HGT pick up another kill on the Treant Protector.
Yeah, not surprising. This is what we were talking about before. He just can't come near the lane.
He's not an offlaner.
It's an offlaner against a very passive tri-lane. Like
even on the
XTT,
Radiant side, yeah.
Maybe they get a kill here. Level and ensnare. I think they're gonna get him.
Yeah, definitely. The Chilling Touch helping out, but
oh my
okay.
God. Oh, he
stop.
gets froze. All right.
Ooh. He's on the run though. Does have a healing salve. Could he do something cheeky here? They don't have the right clicks. The creeps might bring him down. Oh wow, he falls to the creeps. That was a close call though. He actually almost made it out. Fissure was just coming up, but that was a more difficult kill than it should have been. If there was another ranged hero, that would have been easy. But double melee, it doesn't have. Chilling Touch just doesn't synergize with the amount of melee heroes they have.
Yeah, June's still stuck at level 3.
And he's poking forward again. Nightmare. Arrow from downtown will be flying in. It connects. And there's a little bit extra damage from that Sandstorm. They don't even need the Burrow Strike. But he'll throw it out anyway. Pretty Hall secures the kill. And 3-1. Treant, the only one to die on CIS, but it's happened thrice.
CTY has a regen rune. This is a really nice rune once you hit level 6. Gives you an easy gank, but he's going to die here.
I think so.
Oh, maybe not.
Regeneration. Yep, breathe fire enough to bring him down, but a close call. If only he was 6. Oh, so close. 29 experience away from that ball lightning. Yeah. Would have been a completely different story had a creep died there. So, well played. Thought he was just going to die straight up, but at least got to burn the regeneration and got a little cheeky with it. So, that's something.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I mean, killing CTY before 6 is always a good thing. but now he's level 6, and that's not going to happen again.
Yeah, absolutely. At least they get a kill on Storm before he hits level 6. So that is something that is the ideal time to gank him, I think, needless to say. Blackstone free farm heaven, Basilius brown boots picked up, and 1,500 gold to spare. So well on his way to a fast relic, and I worry a little bit for HGT. Yeah, they're winning these other lanes, but a free farming Naga is always something to fear. And it's not like they have a lot of pushing power where they can just knock down these towers. Sure, they can kind of death ball, gank the Naga a little bit, but they won't be able to just like end this game straight up in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes, I don't think. So Naga is definitely still a threat. CIS they're down, but they're not out. And the farming is actually pretty even here in this early game.
Yeah, Black is almost complete free farm. He's only missed a couple of last hits. Mirana doing well in the top lane. ZSMJ is gone for phase Aquila. Well, I presume he's going to finish the Aquila. He might not, but he probably won't. Oh, CTY just misses the rune.
Yeah, looking for it.
He definitely could have got that.
Yeah, we'll take a Dragon Tail and now just zips back to safety on the high ground.
It's not that bad. He's just going to bottle crow now.
Yeah, and in the bottom lane, they are pressuring this tower pretty hard. Down to about half health. Black will get some living armor to pick him up. June has just completely sacked the off lane and rotated down bottom. Black, interestingly enough, not going for the Relic Rush. Actually picks up Drone of Endurance here on the brown boots. So we'll go for this more of a kind of a fighting Naga build where he'll have a little bit of a presence in this early laning phase. And if his farm keeps up at this rate, he could still have a very well-timed Radiance.
I can understand this because he knows the Mirana up top is doing really well because of all the arrow kills they've gotten. He knows that they're going to be getting a lot of pressure. When you do the Radiance Rush, sometimes you just lose because you can't do anything. But at the same time, he's farming really well, and
yeah.
I honestly would have just gone for the Radiance.
I think this is a game where he could have gotten away with the Radiance.
Like,
because
he's got 46 last hits at 7 minutes, and he's going to have probably 60 CS at 10 minutes. And, I mean, that's most of a Radiance. I mean...
Yeah, HGT just don't seem interested in shutting him down. I feel like that they could have gone for an aggro try here with the Mirana, Bane, and Sand King and done okay. Sand King usually not an ideal aggro try kind of hero, but just to stop the Naga from farming. And so what? Tree gets some farm against Doom. Whoa, watch out. Tree getting levels. But yeah, I still worry about leaving a Naga to free farm. That's always scary no matter who you're up against, how far ahead you think you are. A Naga with free farm is potential for a disaster.
Mid lane CTY continuing to farm up here. Trez on the courier? No. Okay. Well, he's still farming decently well. 37 last hits.
Yeah. DK with 41. Pretty even trade here in the mid.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. And now the quest for a relic begins for old Black down here in the bottom, and we'll continue to chip away at this tower. CTY grabs himself a haste rune here at the 8-minute mark, and we'll just pop it right away. Moves back towards mid. There's a smoke from CIS, the mid Dragonite, as well as the two supports, rotating down towards the bottom. It looks like.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna try to kill Black, but it's just the
kill
same
pretty
thing.
hard,
He actually might just die here.
Yeah, we will go into Sandstorm mode. Tower taking a lot of damage. The wraparound will commence. There's your Fissure. The Breathe Fire
might have
actually
a really
off the
great
mark.
Burrow Strike. He can maybe get out of here. I think he's okay. He's gonna lose his tower though.
Yeah, tower's down, but not much he could have done against it anyhow. And now CIS, maybe they can save Pretty Hall. Will they come and look for him? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they see him. No mana to Burrow Strike again, and he will fall after all.
CIS getting a couple valuable pickoffs here.
They're actually taking the lead. This is
top tower is
surprising. But the Dragonite now, they're chipping at this tier 2, and I don't know that HGT are in a position to defend this. Mirana pushing the top tower. Naga Illusion in the front lines, kind of zoning out the Doom. This will be a tier 2 tower kill here at the 9-minute mark. And all of a sudden, CIS with a decent burst of momentum. Naga up to 2,000 gold at the 9-minute mark following the drums.
Like, Radiance could be done by now almost. Like,
yeah.
Drums cost
a little less than
1850. That's like literally almost Radiance.
They set up onto the Ancient Apparition up top. Plenty of damage to bring him down. Nightmare, Arrow, Brain Sep. Just about enough by their Lonesome. And those auto attacks helping out as well. Living Armor making this push more difficult. We see some pings coming out from CIS. Looks like they do want to make a defense. It was the tree making the pings.
HGT really need to get this tower. Oh god, are they going to stop?
No.
I mean, it's going to go into 9. Oh, they Living Armored it. They could just let it go. Oh, he's going to go for it.
Yep.
It's just tree up here, so I think they're fine. Yep. Midas finished up here for ZSMJ. That's really good timing considering all the items he's bought. They get the tower. ZSMJ gets the last hit. Pretty Hall farming towards the blink. Almost has it. Not too surprising to see CIS take a little bit of a lead here. The biggest thing, honestly, is that they just abandoned top. Like, that lane was really awful for them. They'd be better off just having him go in the jungle, stacking camps for the Bat Rider, which is pretty much what he did. And, or not the Bat Rider, excuse me, for the Dragon Knight and the Naga.
Living in the past, man.
I know, man. I'm living in the past. And it's worked out for them. I mean, he's just not feeding, which is the important thing, and has actually gotten a decent amount of passive gold just because of all the towers they got.
Yeah, a little Treant here. 1,800 gold may just be pulling up for a fast Blink Dagger, honestly. Arcanes are great, and speaking of Arcanes, Earthshaker already picked up his smoke from CIS as they rotate towards the top lane. Ancient Apparition, not quite level 6, but look at this build. Talked about the lack of synergy between Cold Feet, and he's got, or pardon me, Chilling Touch, so he's gone for a Cold Feet primary build, which you don't see too often, but all right here. They will find Bane, and Dragon Knight opens up with a Dragon Tail. Moonlight Shadow flies, but they'll be able to bring him down. Arrow comes in, and will hit the baby Ursa there. Here's that. CIS find a free kill on the Bane. That ties it up 4-4. And looking okay. Looks like the Dragon Knight will be going for a Shadow Blade with that initial Claymore already picked up.
Yeah, this is the other option for Dragon Knight. If you don't go for that Bracer Ogre Club build, you go for Shadow Blade. And I really like Shadow Blade on this hero. The new duration increase on Shadow Blade is pretty good. It makes it so you can take a little bit longer to try to find supports to kill. And HGT at this point are basically just waiting for their Blink Dagger on their Sand King. There it is, online. So maybe they can even defend this. They have a glyph, but taking a lot of dot from the illusions.
Yeah, and the Blink is purchased by the Sand King, but still not delivered. It's on the way via the courier, so pretty hard. Won't find easy initiation, and not quite level 6. Just finally hits it, grabs that epicenter just in the nick of time. We see him turtled up in the trees here, looking for the initiation. CIS, though, they won't go for the bait, and they'll back out. So that's a tier 3 tower under attack, by the way. Just FYI.
Yeah, that's certainly a thing. I mean, at this point, HGT just have to take advantage of the fact that they have a Blink Dagger on Sand King. So the next engagement needs to go their way, and they'll be able to claw back into this pretty reasonably. The bad news, Black has a relic almost.
Why are HGT not afraid of this Naga? They have put 0 effort into pressuring Black. They haven't even rotated down bottom.
Doom.
They pushed a tier 2 tower, and they didn't even rotate. Yeah, I mean, Doom, has he popped an ultimate yet?
No.
I mean, Naga is killable. Doom is a great hero against Naga if you could stop her from sleeping, especially while she's kind of squishy. Just get those kills, but HGT just, they seem to be fearless. And
honestly, the gold lead for CIS is much less than I thought it would be, considering they've killed so many towers.
What is it, 4-1 in tower count?
Yeah,
they're only ahead by 1,500?
That just shows you how efficiently everyone on HGT is farming. So if they get a couple kills and take a couple of their own towers, they'll pretty much settle that gold advantage. And the only issue they're going to have to deal with is they don't have an amazing answer for the Naga split push. Storm is annoying, but you generally have enough HP where it's not that big of an issue. Relic purchase for Black, so we're going to be looking at something around 14 to 15 minute radiance as long as nothing bad happens here. And, well, that's pretty solid. And Inflame almost has the Shadow Blade to be able to clear out some space for that Naga to split push. I think HGT need to take a fight soon, otherwise they could be in some trouble.
Yep. Even just looking at XTT in particular, utilizing the Doom ultimate is big. That's a huge ability that should be pretty much a free kill, whether it's a support, whether it's a carry. Just utilize it. Group up with one of your buddies, find one of those supports, and get a little bit of that mid-game control going on. CIS will group up towards the top lane. Sand King, he's trying to position himself appropriately in the trees and ready for that big epicenter.
Level 6 for Bane. Has Fiend's Groups available. Have not seen that used yet. Blink for Tree. I like how, just after leaving top lane, he's got like 5 CS. But since he hasn't died and they've gotten so many towers, he has a Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
It's good stuff. No glyph available. This tower falling very quickly. Moonlight Shadow, if they want to epi this, they've got to do it soon. Arrow flies through. Doesn't connect. Tower falls. Uncontested. And no fight will break out. It's a full 5-man rotation from both teams. But they'll just retreat. Moonlight Shadow won't be utilized.
Well, they lose the tower for free. That's definitely not ideal when there's a Naga on the other side who almost has her relic. And I think HGT really need to make something happen here. They have this Mirana 004 80 CS, which is great and all, but this Naga is just going to start split pushing them down, and you're already down this many towers. it can be really annoying because it basically means you're going to be confined to this part of your base, and if they put down a couple wards, it could get even worse. Inflame going to initiate on CTY, who's just completely dead.
Yep, shiny new Shadow Blade.
Oh,
And, oh wow, he zips back to safety. Oh, HGT, they're right there. Inflame, he gets doomed, and Fiend's Grip. They really wanted that DK, and, well, they'll get it. It's a 1-0, going the opposite way of the initiators. Now Storm, reinitiating, hopping across the river, but Tree will blink back to safety. He'll be okay for now.
And they're going to try to get an initiation here on Treant. They move in on June. They know he's there. Pretty Hawk comes in as well, and there is the dust down here.
Bye-bye, June. Yeah, they secure that one, and now this Tier 1 tower under heavy pressure. Naga did complete her Radiance. It's online, that illusion coming in, doing a little bit of that burn. Oh, it burns! I have to cream for that.
Yeah. And A ulti coming in. This could be a little annoying.
Whoa.
XTT might. No, he's dead.
Yep,
That
dead.
Riptide, though.
Yep, and the Ice Blast, it was a shatter, so HGT get repelled, and their pushing power completely nullified. And that tower will just get living armored back up to an acceptable level of HP. Mirana has picked up a gem, interestingly enough. So we'll have to deal with that DK, but a little bit risky to pick up that gem so early on. If she dies and loses it, CIS will be happy to give them a taste of their own medicine there and detect those Moonlight Shadows.
Orchid almost done for Storm. He basically has the second Oblivion staff. Shouldn't really be an issue for him to get that very soon. Decent timing for him.
Yeah,
pretty good. I mean, it's not
okay.
not amazing, but pretty good. Anytime before like 19 minutes is decent. So
well,
hopefully we'll have it around then.
I was gonna say, he still doesn't have it quite yet.
Yeah, it
so
should be
19 minutes could be a little ambitious, but yeah, CTY is doing okay. Not bad, not great, just okay. Right there in the middle of the bell curve, 50 percentile. What are you gonna do?
Continuing to move forward here, HGT have the mechanism on XTT. I think they like need to do something. This Doom has had Doom for a while. I mean, he used it once on that DK. He was also.
I mean, did
Fiend's
they really
Grip.
need to Fiend Grip and
Probably
Doom that
not.
DK? Oh, Pretty Haw, he'll get dunked, and
Jeez.
well, the Funk gets slammed on him.
They Echo Slam for that.
Yep, that would be the dunk.
So they're gonna Moonlight Shadow, but HGT seem to be having some problems getting things together.
Yeah, I would say so.
But maybe they're just like, not respecting the fact that Naga's still like, he got nerfed a little bit, but Naga is still really good at split pushing, nerf or no nerf.
Naga is a she, Greg.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
Black's a he.
Black is a he, but Naga is a she. I'm quite confident. Yeah, you know, I don't think the Naga nerfs were really that hard.
It's fine. I mean, it just kind of brought him from like.
What were they? Riptide doesn't go
ridiculous.
through BKB anymore. Okay, I mean, it never really should have gone through BKB.
And
anyway.
then just changed the illusions to be a little bit weaker.
Yeah, the illusions are a little weaker, and Riptide has a slightly smaller radius, so you have to focus a little bit more with your illusions to hit your Riptides on the creeps. But at the end of the day, you're still Naga. You can still farm super fast if you get an early Radiance, and 1,700 gold in savings. We'll see where she goes from here. Usually the Yasha or BOTs, the first item, if not both of them, to come out, just because of the movement speed. It lets you farm a lot more efficiently, and of course the BOTs let you channel your inner rat.
Yeah, I think you just go BOTs first here. And they're going to kill Inflame. They Fiend Script him. They use the Doom again, too. What? Why are they doing that?
They just
don't get that.
Yeah.
Like, Doom's not that long of a cooldown, but like, what if someone else walks over? You could probably get another kill.
Exactly. It's like the opportunity cost. It's like, what is the risk of DK getting away there? Fiend's Grip to start it off, and then you have a Burrow Strike into Fiend's Grip, and then like a 3 or 4 second arrow.
Yeah,
I think you can kill him.
I don't even think they use Starstorm. Like,
yeah, it's just strange and oddly unnecessary.
Yeah, and well, 19 minutes right on the dot. CTY does manage to pick up that Orchid, so he's doing fine. And he's going to be looking to start some initiations here in combination with the Sand King, in combination with the Mirana. And I think, honestly, like, HGT have really needed to do something this whole time, and that hasn't changed. Naga is still farming really hard, has BOTs, and somehow has another 1,000 gold already. So they need to make action happen here. The Naga at this point, and honestly, might be too late to like deal with her. She's already king of the net worth. Black has 200 last hits, almost 181, and well,
look at that.
He likes hitting creeps, man. He is a creep killer.
And Black is playing this very well. He's spreading his illusions, farming very efficiently. Mirana had a very early Midas and still just getting out-farmed by the Naga. It's simply not enough. They need to find some kills. 2,600 gold up on ZSMJ, but I don't know. They need to find something else here. Dragonite in Elder Dragon form. Shadow Blade on. There's a dust. It will get popped. In Flame, though, they dust him. Oh, it was a smoke right there, but they dust him as they come through. Great plays. They'll even burn an epicenter for this, but such heads up from the Hyperglory team.
Well, Hyperglory team taking small pickoffs here and there. This is what they need to do. The Naga is still going to be able to do pretty much whatever she wants, which is annoying, but at this point, it's just like, it's really hard to find her. She's all over the map. Her illusions are everywhere, and she's just going to continue farming here. Black pulling a couple creep camps at a time, farming very efficiently here. Just really good play from Black, and I'm not surprised to see this. I mean, we know Black. We love Black. He is very efficient at farming.
Yes, that is one thing that Black does almost too well at times, where he farms too much and doesn't want to come to fight. So in situations like this on Naga, when he's just farming away, this is his bread and butter. This is where Black really shines, and, well, we'll see initiation down bottom. Demons will get caught. Doom on you!
That was a fine Doom, I think. He could have Aftershock or Echo Slam there.
You can tell it, though. Look at this. S, he wanted that Fiend's Grip. He was thinking about it, but didn't have the opportunity.
This is another game in a row where no value point in Totem. I guess that's just the thing now. I'm just not caught up on the times.
Yeah, we're not hip to the new jive. I would agree, though. I think it's worth that value point just for the interrupt. Just even if someone tries to TP out after you fissure, it's a 15-second cooldown, and you need that spammable stun from the Aftershock, in my humble opinion. But
yeah, I think it's just a nice little extra thing.
Yeah, a little boost, a little pick me up,
Now that he has the Blink Dagger, especially, because he's going to be leaping into the middle of the fight, so the extra stun is pretty valuable. Still, CTY has really failed to make an impact on any other lanes. 2 assists for himself, but those have really just been mass 5-man kills on one person. And Inflame's moving through here. Looks like he is going to be going for a BKB next. This is pretty normal. He's still going to have to deal with Fiend's Grip, which is unfortunate. But
and Doom, for that matter.
And Doom, yeah. I think you still need to buy it, just because there's a Storm, as well as Epi. So.
Yep. Well, there is an Orchid out on the Storm. So, CTY starting to do some work. I still feel like HGT are playing this like they have the late game advantage here.
Yeah, which I don't think
they simply do not.
I mean,
it's not even just the Naga. Even DK will scale pretty
They have
well.
the late game fighting advantage, but the thing is that CIS just isn't going to fight them. Oh, that's like a huge stack. Jesus.
Yeah, that's big fatty right there. It looks like, was that a triple? Is that a quad?
Double quad? I don't know. It's a lot.
Double lizard dragon, something like that. But yeah, in playing, gonna get a nice boost here. And yeah, even Arcane's now up on June. AO, just power treads for now. Position 5, Ancient Apparition. Doesn't get any respect.
Well, he has his ulti now, so that's a valuable contribution for him to fights.
And Black with the Yasha, so he's just cruising around.
He's
at
gonna
that
go Manta now.
480 base movement speed. That's
ridiculous.
I mean, he's just cruising. It's like having a permanent haste rune.
245 last hits. He is so farmed.
1-0-1. When will HGT turn up the aggression?
They need to do it now. Like, every moment they wait is just more time for Black. It's just rat. Now they're going to move on Inflame. They drop the Doom on him after the initiation. In comes the Earthshaker, though. A great counter initiation. XTT, he might come down here. They use the Fiend's Grip on June pretty hot. All that's left, their main damage dealers are all dead. S is going to go down as well. What a disaster.
Holy Toledo. Fiend's Grip was burned at the very end.
Where was the SMJ? What is he doing?
He's trying to push this bottom tower. What is it with Mirana's on Dire and this bottom
Seriously,
tier 1
dude.
tower against Treants? This is like deja vu for realsies. He has himself the Maelstrom, but that was just a bloody disaster. Demons has a Blink Dagger, and honestly, I don't think HGT had scouted it out. He just picked it up. So I think they played that a little bit more aggressively than they would have if they knew there was a Blink on Earthshaker this early.
I agree.
But still, that was absolutely disastrous. And now I really fear for HGT.
Yeah, honestly, they might just lose at this point.
It's looking a little bit more rough. That was, I mean, Black's barely had to do anything besides farm this game.
And that is the dream if you are.
Yeah.
If you're a Naga player, that is the dream. He's almost level 16. He's been farming really efficiently and just maximizing everything possible. And he has full Manta done too. Like, he's so farmed. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. The HGT are just, I really don't think this is a drafting issue. If anything,
No,
I
it's
think
not.
HGT have the better draft.
I think HGT has a far superior draft.
This
here.
is just an execution issue. And now there's a Manta up on Naga. Black is completely online. Let the big items commence. It's all about Heart Butterfly at this point.
He can go Diffusal
Radiant's
if he
bottom
wants.
tower
Diffusal's
is
really good
under
on
attack.
the Manta version of this build, so I think that's probably something he'll get. Because you don't actually have a lot of damage until you get that. Once you have the Diffusal, you can really just start killing supports. Like, your illusions can just go out and kill them.
That's definitely true.
But Heart, Butterfly are definitely the ultimate items that he wants.
Yeah. Even just one or the other before the Diffusal, I think like using Diffusal as that intermediate item is probably a good way to go. But we'll see. So far, he's been doing this pretty traditionally. This is the classic Naga Radiance build. BOTs, Yasha, into Manta, getting that movement speed, cruising around, and just farming up all over the place. He's about to break 300 CS here as we approach the 26-minute mark. That is some damn impressive Naga farm.
That's some Arteezy level farm right there.
It really is. Black is executing
Dire's
this very,
top
very
tower
well.
is under
And
attack.
been involved in the kills he needs to be involved in. I don't even think we've seen a song yet, and he just hasn't had to use
Radiant's
it. And that
middle
shows
tower
you
is
Yeah,
under
it's
there's
attack.
literally no pressure. They're just letting him do whatever he wants, which is a huge mistake. I mean,
And you have a Doom. That Naga is
Dire's top
gankable with a
tower
Doom.
has
Yeah.
You know, normally you look at Naga and it's like,
Radiant's bottom
can we
tower
really
is
get
under
this kill?
attack.
She'll just song and TP out. With a Doom, she's not songing, she's not TPing. Uh-oh, Pretty Haw. He gets initiated upon. Do they have the
Dire's top
follow-up?
tower
Well,
is
they'll
under
make a
attack.
sandwich out of him.
Radiant's
Demons blinks to the
bottom
high
tower
ground,
has
interrupts the
fallen.
TP. Now he is in trouble. Will Bro straight to the high ground, but yeah, there's that enchant totem to interrupt even I guess just to interrupt the sandstorm. You need that enchant totem, man.
yeah, it's just a great ability, and he's gonna buy a gem as well.
HGT do
Radiant's
get the bottom
bottom
tier 1
tower
tower
is
out of it.
under attack.
There is now an item picked up on the Mirana. It is a Mjolnir, so she's starting to hit a little bit harder, but there's your BKB out.
BKB on Inflame. This is a huge item for him.
Yeah, on the Dragon
At this point, he can just walk down. So basically now, they can just send Naga to 2 lanes and have everyone else go to another. And that's the beauty of having Naga. You can push out 2 lanes at once. They can get this middle tower easily now because the creeps are constantly going to be in their favor. Look at all these illusions. Man, they're just spreading out. Black, clearly very practiced at this. Very efficient movement for him.
Yes, indeed. Everyone else just farming away. Looks like old Treant Protector there, grabbing himself a Mechanism. Sacred Mechanism.
He's just from not doing anything and not dying, he's gotten so much more farm than trying to be in that lane.
Yeah, the off-lane tree. I wouldn't really say it was successful, but could have been worse, I suppose.
I mean,
he only
could it-
died
could it
3
really
times.
have been worse?
Actually, no,
Died
not
3
really.
minutes
He
in like
did-
5 minutes.
he died 3 times in 5 minutes. That's pretty rough. I still think he would have been better off just getting an early point in Nature's Guise, maybe even 2 points, and just hanging out, you know, just
hanging out.
sitting invisible. I mean, it's legit in terms of just leeching XP. It's better than not dying, right? You're not
Yeah,
last
yeah.
hitting, but he wasn't last hitting shit anyway, so you
losing
might as
like
well
that was
just
on
not
the
last
menu.
hit and then also not die in the process. But this is about to be the end of the outer towers for HGT. This is their last tier 2 in the mid, and it will fall.
What is CTY doing? He just
tower is
bolted
under
back and
attack.
forth and wasted all of his mana. This is just
Dire's
HGT is
middle
not
tower
playing well.
has fallen.
Maybe they just got cocky after game
I don't
1.
know, man.
And
They're playing, and Black's gonna go for a
Dire's
Lincoln's
middle
next
tower
to
is
keep
under
himself
attack.
safe against Doom.
They already popped their glyph for that tier 2.
Jesus.
Inflame is just going high ground here. This tower's down to half health already. Corrosive Breath, ready to rock and roll. They've got all the follow-up. They're ready for a song. Doom comes out. Fiend's Grip available, but he hasn't popped it yet. Overgrowth comes. Inflame taking a lot of damage. Naga Siren just going hard. Black will finally get Fiend's Gripped up, but they don't have the damage to bring him down. In comes June. Buyback from the Sand King. Tier
Dire's
3
middle
tower
tower
falls,
has
and even if
fallen.
CIS just back out here,
Radiant's
this is a
bottom
successful
tower
team fight.
is under
DK
attack.
will buy back. CTY gets stunned up, but has plenty of
Probably
mana
turn
for the
on
ball
him.
lightning. He'll try and turn on the demons, but now he's out of mana. In comes Inflame, drops the stun, the hammer, the breathe fire, everything else under the sun. They throw the whole toolbox at him. Now these racks are fair game. HGT
Black
are
is
in,
just gonna kill this Rex now.
this is about to be dunsies.
Yeah, nice little nightmare there by S to make himself live a little bit longer, but I think that honestly, like,
Dire's middle barracks are
why would
under
you let a
attack.
Naga just free farm like that? He went drums.
And still had a night. He went
Boots, drums,
boots, drums,
and then wand, and then radiance, and it was still a 15-minute radiance. That's ridiculous.
It's absurd. He had absolute free farm. They sacked the off lane, put Doom in the jungle, and there was nothing slowing Black down at all in this game. There are a couple of heroes that you can get away with. Okay, we'll give him some free farm, and then we'll punch him hard in the mid game. Naga is just not one you really want to do that with.
Yeah, and they had potential to kill him. I mean, you have a Sand King with a blink. They could have done it as soon as he got the blink, which was like pretty early. The blink timing was completely reasonable. You have Doom, you have Fiend's Grip, you have all these great abilities that you can actually kill Naga with, and they didn't use any of them.
Yeah, and the few times we saw Doom ganks, it was not staggered. It was used on top of a Fiend's Grip, and just really sloppy play from the Hyper Glory team. So they just looked so good in game number 1, though. It was so one-sided. I mean, you could see Black was visibly just like, oh my god, I can't believe we lost that so handily. They're like covering his face when the camera's on him, and now it's nice to see that didn't get to him. I mean, he's obviously not tilted, or if this is Black on tilt, then I don't want to see him when he's playing at max, because this is pretty, I would say, almost flawless Naga execution so far. To be fair, they haven't pressured him at all, but given the
he's been able to do
circumstances,
whatever he wants.
yeah, given the circumstances of this game, I haven't seen Black make any noticeable misplays thus far.
He's going Heart next. He's just gonna be unkillable.
I mean, he's already almost unkillable. He was gripped in that last fight, and there was just no
that's
follow-up
true.
damage.
That is true. Roshan has been sitting here this whole time, but CIS doesn't really care about Roche that much. With the advantage they have, I mean, they're up 10k gold. This is ugly.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say besides that.
It is ugly, Greg. That is a fair assessment. HGT are actually still holding on to the experience advantage, mostly because CIS has spent so much time grouped up, but it just doesn't matter. The Naga is... I mean, there's a lot of eggs in the Naga basket. The only thing that's scary about this strategy is if somehow they kill Black, he buys back, then they kill him again, and he gets caught without buyback and he's dead, then CIS are in big trouble because he has all of their farm.
Dragonite's doing okay.
Well, he's okay. He's half of what the Naga is, though.
Well, yeah, the Naga, but the Naga is their entire gold lead.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. This is just, it's not totally over yet. CIS are in great shape, and I would be surprised if they throw this away. But when there is just one hero that stands apart, if Black gets crazy or he gets completely locked down by a Doom Fiend's Grip, and for some reason doesn't have buyback, HGT could really punish it. But
again, they're pushing tier 3.
Grasping for
These
straws.
Raxes are gone middle. Like, this game is just...
And the glyph.
HGT were just so passive.
Yeah.
Like, Doom is good late if you go, like, the mass aura build, but not against a Naga. Like, Naga's just going to split push you to death.
Yeah, Naga way out.
Look at this. They have no HP.
Look at the
Inflame
illusions
is
are
just
killing Doom right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Oh my
Ice
God.
Blast
Are they
flies
all
into the
gonna die
base.
in this fountain?
Are they going to shatter here?
Jesus Christ, they're all dead. They're
Oh
going
my
to
God.
both of you.
They're all dead. Defensive Nightmare. They're going to toggle it back
Look
and
at
forth.
this. Oh my God, he still dies.
Uh-oh. Fight breaking out. Sand King with a big epi. Will secure the kill on Ancient Apparition, but it'll cost him his own life. Storm. BKB on. We'll be able to zip back to safety, but bottom racks have already fallen. That's it. GG, well played. It's 1-1. CIS take game 2 handily after 33 minutes.
Man, that was just terrible execution by HGT.
That's the only way to sum it
Their
up.
draft was completely fine.
Beautiful
CIS's draft was
CIS
super
had
greedy, super awkward. They
ass
killed top
lanes,
3 times.
off lane tree.
Jesus.
That was. Let's take a look at the Black cam here.
He still looks
He
upset.
still doesn't look very happy,
I
but
guess that's just what happens.
oh man, HGT. I don't have words. I don't understand.
That looked like a
why.
completely different team than the first game.
It really did, and it wasn't just the fact that there were 2 parts to that game. One is that they let the Naga free farm, and that's just an error in judgment. But I can understand the mindset of we'll let her free farm, she gets a radiance, and then we'll really hit our stride in the mid game and lock her down. But
They
they
just did
they
nothing.
didn't do that strategy. They let her free farm, and then they kept letting her free farm, and then like okay, they used a couple Dooms and Fiend Script, but not once on the Naga.
Yeah, they had such a good start. I don't understand why they didn't just roam the Mirana with a support and just kill the Naga.
Yeah. And even you have this defensive tri lane, which is okay. You killed the tree, but at the end of the day, you're just killing the tree.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
would've
you
been
killed
better
they
off-
killed the tree 3 times, which was great, right?
Yeah.
But then they just didn't do anything else the
Yeah.
entire game. The only
Ooh.
time they
MVP,
killed anything
your
was
boy
with
Black.
anytime they killed anything, it was with Doom and Fiend's Grip. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
HGT just did not play that well.
And I mean, even after killing the tree once, they could have just pulled a lane rotation. That tree couldn't lane against Doom at that point because Doom was farming the jungle. Tree was put down really hard. They could have rotated that tri lane down to the off lane, and then they could have really give that Naga a run for their money. It was a double melee tri lane with an Ancient Apparition. Chilling Touch is not that scary.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get a Cold Feet proc here or there as they use the Fissure as well as the net, but That's a scary tri-lane. Doom, Sand King, and Mirana, that's triple stun. You can kill that Naga easily before level 6.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think coming into the, I mean, we're big. The biggest thing about this, right, is the TI quals are right around the corner for China. It's in tomorrow.
2 days.
I don't know, 2 days.
Tomorrow.
I have no idea.
My
what day
days
it
are
is. I
messing.
don't
It's
even know
8
what day it
a.m.
is.
here.
It's Sunday.
It's
Oh,
wait. Today's Sunday.
Dude, we
No.
lost. Is
Wait,
it?
I thought today was Friday. Holy crap! I don't know what's
Alright,
happening.
well, apparently,
Hey, Game of Thrones is on in 12 hours. That's cool.
well, honestly, it's just like, I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. Greg's just confused.
I'm confused how they played the first game so well and just like dumped on them.
Yeah.
And then game 2, they had a really good lineup for exactly what they needed to do. They had a lot of good heroes that could kill the Naga, and then they just didn't kill the Naga.
Yeah, it was just poor execution. But the CIS qualifier should be interesting for the TI4 quals coming up in just a couple days. It's sort of similar to the CIS region in the sense that these second-tier Chinese teams can really take a game off of any other second-tier Chinese team.
I think so, yeah.
There are like some obvious top contenders, but HGT and DT are, I almost said LD. HGT and DT are among them, and here we see CIS just going one for one.
But after watching DT, I think they're far
They-
better than any of these other teams.
I think they're the
like,
clear
they were
favorites.
so behind, and they somehow still won. Like, they had a really bad late-game hero.
Air, dude.
And
Have
Air is
faith.
just fucking legit.
Yeah.
Out of here, that guy's insane.
He
I
really
don't think
is.
we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna get to see Brewmaster in the qualifiers after
Just
that.
banned
game.
out every
Yeah,
game.
seriously,
It's
like,
easy
why would
respect
you,
ban.
Yeah, why would you ever play against that? At 90 minutes, he's relevant on a hero that most people can't play past 45.
Yeah, it's pretty absurd. So, well, it was fun. Good WPC Ace coverage tonight. That wraps it up for today. We had 3 best of 2s, and
After about 8 hours.
yeah, a solid 8-hour broadcast. Pretty standard WPC overnighter. Of course, I'm Zyori. You'll recognize me from the BTS streams. This guy here is What Is Hip, a.k.a. Greggy, whatever you want to call him. He's here for the TI4 quals, but was nice enough to join me for the WPC Ace cast while everybody else passed out. Yeah, and well, now I think they're casting now. The games were supposed to start
Yeah,
at 7.
so many
so
games are supposed to start now.
somebody's
I know.
doing something downstairs. I don't know, but our schedule's done. It's time for some sleep. Make sure you follow us both on Twitter at Zyori TV, at What Is Hip TV. Both of those are in the title of this broadcast, and of course at Beyond the Summit. I believe EU
There
Summit is somewhere about that. I believe EU Summit is going on right now, so head over to BTS1 and check it out, guys. But until WPC Ace, is it again tomorrow? I've already lost. No, maybe WPC
I think
isn't.
I think it is.
I don't think it conflicts with the Chinese qualifiers because it's the same
I think it is
teams.
again tomorrow.
It is again tomorrow, and then it's the
And
I
then
don't
because tomorrow, well, tonight is the finals for SEA, which is the
okay.
best
So we
of
have
the
one
best
more
of
day
5.
of WPC
And I think
before
there's
China starts.
WPC
Okay,
again
I
tonight,
think that
yeah.
makes sense. So either way, guys, BTS1, BTS2, so much content coming your way. Head over to BTS1, but we'll see y'all later.